Right next door to the beautiful Dome Bar is 1700, a wonderful restaurant. And joining me is the executive chef, Jason Brumfeld. Jason,
hi.
Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you.
May I brag about you and your restaurant for just a moment?
Please.
Okay, according to AAA, your restaurant 1700 is the 6th most romantic restaurant in all of Texas. The 6th most romantic.
Wow.
And according to Texas Monthly, you're the 9th best restaurant in all of Texas. And you're up against Dallas, you're up against Houston. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Wow. Okay, so as Carlos mentioned, do the big business deals over in the Dome Bar, but then you got to celebrate somewhere.
Absolutely. This is one of those places that you can come, enjoy, whether it be a business merger or a closing on a house. This is a great place to celebrate.
Okay, so what brought you out to El Paso? You've got quite a menu and you're a very gifted chef. So what brought you out here?
The people, really. A friend of mine had been down here and called me up and asked what had been going on. And I said, well, would I be interested in speaking to some people he knew out here? And I would love it. And the place is phenomenal. And I got out here. They say if you want to know what a place is like, come during the third shift and you'll hear everything. And so
the third shift will let you know how it's going.
I worked well into the night that evening, and I met a lot of people came through and introduced themselves to me, and I just thought, wow, this was the place to come. I mean, it's great.
Wonderful. Now, Jason, you started to perfect your craft in Georgia and Florida, so there's a real Southern influence and flavor in your food.
Yes, sir, absolutely. You gotta love the low country. It's just so much flavor. Use a lot of butter, a lot of fat, but to come here to El Paso and to kind of learn a little bit more about the local and what drives this is really intrigued me. So we have a little fusion going on for sure. Use a lot of local ingredients. When you're not from here and you're not really sure what's at your doorstep, it's a phenomenal place to be. I mean, we have mushrooms and pecans and things of that nature, cactus pears, some great quality meats as well. So we've been pretty lucky to come across a lot of it and been searching since, and trying to emphasize that really in our lunch.
That lunch menu, you want to really ramp it up, and you have. So give us some examples of some of the tasty tidbits for lunch.
Everything, really. We have a heirloom tomato tartlet, which is really nice. It's obviously an alternating thing seasonally. We have a great tuna dish on as well, served on a 200 million year old Himalayan salt block, which kind of really adds to the drama of it. Sure. We have wonderful shrimp and grits, which we're kind of introducing that, but it's been a very popular thing.
Had to bring a little bit of Georgia
Absolutely.
in here. Absolutely. And for lunch, what's the feel? I mean, this is an amazing room. What an inspiring restaurant. Talk about how they've really brought this to life.
Yeah, as you can see, I mean, it was done with a lot of thought. I mean, there's a lot of the history. Obviously, you can feel it in this room as much as anywhere in the hotel. The rich woods, the comfortable leather seats, to the just refinement in the marble and the work. Artwork is great. It's got a really warm feel to it and very cozy.
You know, in addition to being formal, like you'd mentioned, it's got a cozy feel. I mean, you can just settle in here and just escape into a wonderful place. Let's say you've closed a really big deal over in the Dome Bar. I mean, like a really big deal, where price is no object anymore. I've noticed this little centerpiece sitting back here. Can you please explain this?
Yes, so we do have on offer for those who are willing, the Louis XIII. It does run around $500 per ounce. It's a great accompaniment to, say, like a A5 Japanese Wagyu beef.
One of your signature steaks.
And that's been flying. I mean, a lot of things, and people kind of tell, well, El Paso may not be ready for this, it may not be ready for that, but in contrary, we have found that people have been very welcoming regarding our introduction to some of these finer foods, and it's really kind of doing very well.
So Jason, people will pay for good quality.
Absolutely.
And 1700 is all about wonderful quality.
Yes.
Gosh, not only have you made me so hungry, I'm feeling just a little bit of tension right here. I think I'd like to go visit the only 5-star spa in all of downtown. Sound good?
Sounds
Sounds great. That's coming up next.